Please don't blink. I will spend 23 minutes. Take you through the high-end quickly, 3-piece set for garage floor. And it shows in detail the history of super durability. The most impact resistant. It is all the construction processes of the solidified floor. The first construction process, quarrying. One of the characteristics of a solidified floor is the first thing to do is to elevate the original ground of the responsible for elevation. Construction 1 meter noodle provided by Partia. Then use repeated measurement of structural ground flatness by laser level. Use tower teeth to mark the value corresponding to 1 meter of this value is the basis for retest flatness. During the measurement process, the point data should be recorded. Then according to the retest result, do a good job of early delivery. Early eligibility. Is the coring solidified flat? One of the important technical measures for stocks. So, you have to think very carefully and very carefully. The second construction process, washing and planing the base. The washing and planing of the base layers to remove the secondary pulp, loose parts, and other impurities. The ground is rougher after washing the base. Can enhance the bonding force between the tread level and the base. Prevent delamination or peeling after construction. The third construction process is ground cleaning after washing and blasting. After washing and exploding, it needs to be cleaned. Make sure the ground is clean and dust-free. The fourth construction process, watering and soaking the ground. The ground should be moist and saturated without water accumulation. It is important to emphasize here that ground thin. The depth of the cell should be controlled at about 3 to 5 mm to ensure the chiseling effect and avoid excessive damage to the concrete floor. The chiseling rate should be controlled at least 90%. You need cells both vertically and horizontally. Fifth construction process, diameter. The key points of the diameter have the four corners of the and the silo line along the concrete pouring, evenly arranged on both sides. The purpose of the diameter is to apply a mechanical connection to the structural layer, embedding steel bars into concrete base with wool solid glue. The reinforcement is firmly integrated with the concrete base, forming mechanical snaps and chemical bonds to prevent the horizon from cracking or falling. With the implantation of it can also be effectively dispersed and even reduce deformation caused by temperature changes or claim. The sixth construction process, shooting formwork. The template system should control the accuracy of the top elevation. Accuracy of top elevation determines the leveling of the later horizon. Therefore, it is necessary to repeatedly retest and adjust. The seventh construction process evenly distributes the cement slurry. The first thing to do, it is high-quality cement labeled 40-0.5. Spread evenly on the base layer. Then water. Quick cement slur can improve the ground and concrete surface binding strength of the layer. Hydration reaction in cement will penetrate into the pores of the base layer, forming a tighter bond layer. The application of fast cement slurry can also affect concrete addiction caused by excessive water problems to avoid later cracking or falling off. The construction steps are to evenly sprinkle mud powder and water. Brush evenly with sweeping elbow until air. The eighth construction process pours the concrete surface. All the above technical measures, it's all about pouring. Concrete surface of quarried floor. That quarried concrete. What about the materials? What you're looking at here is steel fiber. Per cubic meter of concrete to add not less than 15 kilograms of steel fiber. Steel fibers are distributed through three-dimensional, effectively impede the expansion of microcracks in concrete. This crack resistance significantly reduces the risk of crack formation, especially suitable for mining horizon scenarios susceptible to external influence. High elastic modulus and strength properties of steel fiber make concrete can absorb more energy when impacted, significantly enhances the impact resistance of the horizon, thereby reducing brittle failure. Steel fiber concrete can delay crack propagation, reduce fatigue damage caused by repeated applause. And here's the thing, the chamber structure can enhance the anti-seepage performance. Therefore, the service life of the horizon is greatly. Recently, many quality development units have asked me to be responsible for the construction of the floor. We can undertake all kinds of quality floor construction nationwide. When pouring concrete, use a level throughout the process to control the surface elevation. Preliminary leveling according to template and control line. The ninth construction process, laying steel mesh. Wire mesh passes through the grid structure, disperse concrete shrinkage stress, prevent changes due to temperature difference, cracking due to contraction. The steel mesh can also be effectively enhanced bearing capacity of concrete. This technical measure can significantly improve high load resistance of mining solidified ground and the performance of internal repeated impact. The 10th construction process, seismic guide surface layer, concrete. By mechanical vibration, exhaust of air bubbles and moisture from inside concrete, thereby reducing the porosity. It can also promote aggregate and cement slur, reach the most aligned state, enhance the adhesion between particles, then greatly improve the compactness of concrete. After the compactness, it can improve the compressive strength of concrete, delivery efficiency and durability. And here's the thing, Seismic conductivity, bond strength between mesh and concrete, further enhance the grip strength of steel mesh. For the root parts that cannot be guided in place, it is necessary to manually insert stones. The 11th construction process, hand scraping of the surface layer. This is to ensure that important technical measures for solidifying ground leveling. Sake a meticulous fee is for a craftsman like Shen Yun has never. If everything is wrong, it will be newly. Keep improving with depth. The same construction conditions. The team with superb memory. You can make masterpieces. Find photos of the surface of the 12th construction process. The next thing to do is to wait for the concrete to be treated. Let's take a look at colored stones solidified with colored stone. The color ratio of colored stones is very user-friendly. You are free to choose according to your preferences. Of course, we will also provide you with the best matching plan. The 12th construction process will be proposed after the concrete of the compacted and leveled surface layer is complete. Before this process can be carried out, the essence of this process is to submit the homework, vibration by mechanical grinding, raise the cement slurry to the concrete surface, reduce internal pore system, improve the structural system. It can also be optimized for wear impermeability and other performance. Particularly critical, submit homework is a necessary prerequisite for the next coring operation. The 13th construction step, scattering coring. After the mud is released, the concrete is completed. You can spread the quarry. Coring should be done by throwing. Special attention needs the calm and parking space investigation. These locations are quarried evenly, difficult material to distribute. If you need high-end floor technology, you can tell me. I am willing to do it for every friend. Provide the highest quality floor construction. Here according to the color matching scheme of the colored stones, there is also the specific situation of colored, appropriately replenish white stones. Fourteenth construction step. Use a mechanical grinder. The colored stone is evenly pressed into the concrete. The pressure variable is usually 2 to 3 times. The specific variables should be determined according to the actual, neither more nor less. This tests the memory level of the operation very much. Flatness during compaction of colored stones. Control is crucial. Seriously affect the ground flatness after the later opening. And cross nudity. The flatness should be controlled within 5 millimeters. Repeatedly press the root of the strong column. Avoid crossing the outer road. For corners where the machine cannot work, it needs to be stepped on manually. And then it's calendared and smoothed by hand. Mechanical press operation completed. The 15th construction process second flat lift lecture. This process is the same as supplementary work of the process, further improve ground flatness. And here's the thing, by lifting the pulp, it can make the coring arrangement more uniform and reasonable. After the knife process is complete, according to the condensation of the concrete surface, let's stand for 4 to 8 hours. There will be bumps in life. But you have to make an argument. Are mango shoes celebrated? Who is afraid of a misty rain? A better tomorrow awaits you. Come on, my friend. The 16th construction process receives light for the first time. The coring solidified floor collects light after mud to ensure the strength and aesthetics of the ground. The ground moisture decreases after the light collection prevents surface whitening or cracking. The concrete has already hardened initially. Light reception enhances surface compact, reduce porosity. Are people more concerned? What about the actual grasp of calendaring? When is the best time for calendaring? After the first calendaring is completed, stand still for 0.16th construction step secondary calendaring. After the calendaring is completed, the surface flatness should be up and measure with the 2-meter ruler. Make sure the error is within 3 millimeters. If it does not meet the requirements, up to composite design requirements, this process is crucial. It's about mining solidification. Can you achieve the super mirror effect? Seventeenth construction step. It is the seam exploration of the solidified ground. After the concrete floor is completed, cutting is to release the attractive force of concrete contraction. Can guide cracks to form at a predetermined location. Avoid random cracking of concrete surfaces. Eighteenth construction process surface cutting seam. Cutting not only avoids random cracking of the surface layer, it can also effectively disperse stress, prevent damage to the coring floor due to deformation. Cutting of solidified floor. You follow the lane line. Parking space and parking space demarc. The slits in these two positions can effectively avoid cracking of the solidified floor. But the maximum area of the seam should not be greater than the principle of 36 square meter. That is, the vertical and horizontal spacing should not exceed. The 19th construction process is covered with plastic film maintenance. Make sure the surface layer is moisturized for 7 days. Please don't believe it. Victory is like a dandelion on a hillside, at your fingertips. But please believe, there is always something beautiful in it. It's worth it. Even if it is broken into pieces for the dream. Let's gather up the courage to set sail. The 20th construction process, after 7 days of maintenance, the quarry floor can be ground. The first thing to do before grinding is to sprinkle water. The sprinkler but it is also an essential construction process. The 21st construction process opens the film and steps on the ground. Let's take a look at the alloy cutter head for opening. It starts with a 16 wood alloy cutter head. Press 16 mesh, 30 mesh, 50 mesh alloy cutter head sequential grinding, and you polish it, and gradually refine the ground. The opening of the alloy cutter head needs to be carried out to prevent uneven ground due to uneven speed. Now look at the 16 wood alloy cutter head, the ground colored stone floor. It can already be the colored stones scattered in the 13th process, and compare that to the open floor. Alloy cutter head film open. The function is to open up the colored stone floor, so the quality of the opening film is very important. Pomegranate alloy cutter head launch. The first film opening is completed. Here we go. Clean up the dust generated by opening the film. The film opening effect is very good. The 20-second construction process, 16 mesh alloy cutter head transfers. What needs to be explained here is the 16 mesh. 30 mesh and 50 mesh alloy cutter heads are polished twice each, and use cross-grinding path, and vertical and horizontal cross-grind. This technical measure is to avoid falling off in individual areas. Now let's take a look at the effect after the second opening of the film. Is it getting more and more wow? So let's wait and see. I'll polish the ground like a mirror later. Rough die for 30 mesh, 50 mesh alloy cutter head, and courses to 3 to 6. The construction process is no longer shown over and over. Now go straight to the 27th construction step. That is 50 mesh to 1 fine film of 200 mesh resin sheet. The first step is to grind a 50 mesh resin sheet. Please note that it has now been replaced with resin sheet, and it went from open to thin. Production release solidify. The main function of resin sheet grinding, including removing scratches, improve wear resistance, as well as promoting hardener penetration and enhancing gloss. During the fine film process, the grinding effect should be continuous. Now let's see the effect of the resin sheet after opening the film. Is it getting more and more wow? Let's look at it from another perspective. This is the 6th time the branches have been finely ground, and the effect of grinding once for 200 on the left is 100. The difference between the two effects is clear at a glance. At this time, 50 mesh to 100 mesh grinding is 200 mesh tree production by hand finely grinding. Constantly check during the grinding process. Point grinding on unqualified areas. The 30-second construction step. Spray curing agent. 200 wood resin sheet grinding. The curing agent can be sealed. Put the curing agent. Spray evenly on the ground after sanding. Use a mop to drag the curing agent evenly. Never partially pile up. Otherwise, you really can't grind it anymore. The curing agent penetrates through the interior of the reaction with calcium-magnesium plasma to form calcium silicate, forming a dense structure, significantly improve ground hardness and wear effectively resists severe friction. It seals the capillary pores in the concrete, prevent internal dust suction, completely cure the problem of sand, keep the floor clean, while increasing the coefficient of friction, improved anti-skid performance, particularly crucial after being polished. It has a marble-like luster, and over time, gloss continues to increase. Curing agents can also form a chemical barrier, resistance to grease chemicals, thereby extending the service life of the horizon. With proper maintenance, the lifespan can reach more than 25 years. This is the effect after the curing agent is evenly thrown. Has it gradually emerged? The sheen of marble. At this time, it is necessary to check whether there is a and distribute it evenly in time. After passing the inspection, the curing agent can enter the natural air drying stage. The natural drying time should be more than 24 hours. The 33rd construction process. Do not grind after the curing agent. A friend may have asked just now, why did Liang Bai Mu only grind it once? This is because Liang Bai Mu is used after the curing agent. The main function of opening film of cedarwood resin it is to eliminate the residual surface after curing irregularities and traces, create conditions for subsequent fine grinding and polishing. Now let's see the effect of the curing agent after polishing. Is it getting brighter? The texture language is getting clearer and clearer. I'm going to do 400 ice twice, 800 mesh twice. The 37th construction process goes through another 200 times. 400 twice, 800 times after grinding. You can throw the curing agent a second time. What you see now is the effect after the suction film is completed. Mining curing floor flat after grinding with curing agent on hand. Need to apply curing agent again. This is because the curing agent needs to penetrate. Depth is 3 to 8 millimeters. The curing agent at hand may not be fully into the concrete. The second is homework supplement penetration. Make sure the chemical reaction is fully further increase in hard and wear resistance. The second quarter can also correct local weak points. Make the overall hardness of the ground more uniform gloss. Particularly critical stone solid chemical reactions based on cement composition. Multiple infiltration is required to fully generate a stable. Secondary is funk, extend reaction time, so as to effectively avoid later sand or cracking. The super mirror effect is gradually forming. Careful as a hair. The boutique will be condensed with long years. The years have not changed. Time flies email. The 38th construction step. The two-sided curing agent is naturally air-dried for 2,800 acres, 1,500 acres, 3,000 acres. This is the effect of raw stone curing 800 mu of fascia. This is coring cured 800 wood fascia. This is the effect after coring and curing 800 wood fascia. 39th construction step 1500 wood fascia. This process further enhances the gloss and further eliminate microscopic particles. Let's see the effect after 1500 mesh fascia. Ultramirror surface is initially formed. After the completion of the 41st construction step of 1500, and we're ready for the last 3000 acres of fascia. 3000 wood tree pieces are finely polished by tall wood can significantly enhance the gloss of the ground, make it close to the mirror effect, especially suitable for scenes with high aesthetic requirements. Super in machine effect achieved. At this time, the flatness can be measured with a 2-meter rule. The error is controlled within 3 millimeters. Various traffic signs on the garage floor. I will issue a separate video to record in detail. Now let's take a look at the mining solidification level, the perfect effect after delivery. High-end floor Seika. This is the new city drawing room. It is also the best choice for quality real estate. We can undertake nationwide high-end floor construction and provide you with the best construction quality.